And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Kansas Speedway as we're getting set for the running of the Toyota Tundra 250 for the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series 13th race of the season. There's a look at your points as we enter tonight's race, all the way down to the Rookie of the Year honors. After this race, we only have about 3 more races left to go, which says to me time is starting to run out for those that are trying to make it into this season's chase for the championship. I'm going to scoot the schedule down here and mute and minimize you. But shit. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So Charlie Silver starts on the pole. 33rd in points is where he comes into. Ashton Ingersoll alongside comes into this race. 21st in points. A win for either of these two. They could possibly make the playoffs. Tico Jumiaka fell 9 spots after last week's race at Dover. And Victor Gonzalez, former winner this season. Tico Jumiaka needs to stay in the top 30 in the point standings for his win to count towards a spot for the playoffs. But enough of me blabbering. Let's get ready for 81 laps of racing here today. Here's the top 10 of the point standings presented by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Justin Hugo kept the points lead last week at Dover. Extended it to 104 points over Sarah Costello. Benny MacArthur is 3rd in the points, 132 points back. Hattie Swarm, Bridget Thomas round out your top 5. Then it's Samantha Granger, Victor Gonzalez, Erica Douglas, Prudence Littlejohn, and April Winters completing the top 10. So far, our playoff grid looks like this if this was the regular season finale. Justin Hugo, April Winters, 2-time winners this season, would be the number 1 seed tied. Tied for the 3rd seed would be Hattie Swore, Samantha Granger, Victor Gonzalez, and Tico Jumiaka. Jumiaka needs a good run to stay in the top 30 in points. And then the 4 drivers on points are Sarah Costello, Benny MacArthur, Bridget Thomas, and Erica Douglas. Prudence Littlejohn is 5 points back of that final playoff spot. Former winners outside the top 30 in points. Annie Crenshaw, 36 in points, needs a good run tonight to keep her playoff hopes alive. And then David Van Buren, Ann Santiago, and Marco Diaz have officially been eliminated from having any chances of getting into the top 30 in the points. 81 laps of racing here today. The Toyota Tundra 250 is green. Let's go racing, drivers. It was going to be 134 laps, but I scaled it down to 81 because I have a concert I'm going to be going to tonight as I'm recording this race. And Tico Jumiaka will take the lead as we go down the back straightaway. Of course, this is a night version of Kansas with the blue National Guard walls on the back stretch. And also the track has been repaved as Sean Art's going to go for the race lead. This is an updated Kansas. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, the second in points is in it. Sarah Costello's in it. Littlejohn's in it. I believe Hugo, the points leader, got collected in this. No doubt the yellow flag is out. As we're racing it back to the caution for the first time today. And Pete Ramirez, 31st in points, will lead us back. Let's make sure they don't run into each other under the yellow. I gotta slow down, making sure those trucks that just tried to drive away from the scene of the accident. Ashton Ingersoll's all torn up. A lot of damage to that machine. Bridget Thomas was involved. Ashley Horton's in it. Billy Kitchens. All these drivers gotta get going. They gotta get going. They're gonna get loud. Oh, Stephanie Driscoll just wiped out Lauren Grubiez. Or no, that's not Driscoll. Oh, Mandy Evans. That was Bridget Thomas. That wiped out Grubiez. There's Driscoll. I mistaken her for Bridget Thomas. Somebody spun Mandy Evans around. I don't know who that would be. And we're under caution for the first time here tonight. Let's take a look at the replay here. By the way, I'm having some M&M cookies because I just got done eating my lunch. I had a pizza that I didn't share as of this recording. Let's see. They went 4 wide, and 4 wide's never a good idea. It's like somebody got into the 92 of Victor Gonzalez. And looks like Sarah Costello got clipped. Then she goes down in the Prudence Littlejohn. Look at all these trucks going through the grass. And Costello and Littlejohn nowhere to go. And then there's the 68 in it. Lucky Prescott missed this. So did Jesse Art. The 57 did not. Riley Roblier. It's like a nice wreck avoidance there. Erica Douglas got a piece of this, I think. There's the points leader, Justin Hugo. He didn't qualify that well. And then let's see what happened further up ahead when the 18 came flying up there. Oh, she got 2 drivers for the price of 1. Okay, this is called not slowing down. And see, hit 1 goes to Lauren Grubius, killed the left front fender, and then she runs in the back of Mandy Evans and spun the Amp Energy Nissan Titan around. I'm not sure what that was really all about, but that was kind of idiotic on that part. Bridget Thomas just took herself out of the race, and she has been called to the big red truck for that little stupidity. I don't know why she would wreck Lauren Grubius. That's like twice Grubius got taken out through no fault of her own. As we're going to go back to green. Let me make sure my deal's charging fine, and it is. Okay. So Pete Ramirez leads. Tico Giulianca second. Gretchen Mueller third. Rita Seegrid fourth. April Winters fifth. Sean Hart sixth. Samantha Granger seventh. Patrick Combs eighth. Azara Mirwans ninth. Jessica Moore complete the top 10. Out of the race, Ashton Ingersoll, Ashley Horton, and Bridget Thomas. And this will put Ashley Horton in the danger zone of possibly losing her charter. The good news for her is that if that is indeed the case and Erica Douglas stays right where she is, she would make the playoffs. Ignore the phone, or ignore the voicemail in the background, because one of Steven's ex-girlfriends is trying to call in, being disrespectful. Prudence Littlejohn, I believe, continued on. She did. So did Erica Douglas. That's good news for Douglas. And Douglas is up to speed. I thought she had any damage. I'm going to check the hood of the Charleston Chevy, and it doesn't look like she has any damage. And that's a good thing for her. Rita Seegrid just got the wall. Jesse Art on the apron. And on, no, Jesse, look out. Jesse got really tight, got on the apron, just lost her momentum, and that almost was a wreck. Thankfully, she didn't cause one. Jesse Art comes into this race 15th in the points. Another driver will win for her and would be in the playoffs. There's Littlejohn and Grubius. Riley Roblier's back here. There's Billy Kitchens, a driver who could not afford a bad result. Mandy Evans came in this race 11th in the points. That's second in points. Sarah Costello in 28th. There's the points leader, Justin Hugo, not having a good run. Oh, Hugo just got the wall there. And where is the 05 who came in this race third in the points, up there in 13th? So Oh, Pete Ramirez just lightly got up into the safer barrier in that Haas Automation Silverado. Yeah, I forgot to put this laptop on. Oh, that was close between Rita Secret and Patrick Combs. What I was going to say was I forgot to put my laptop on Wi-Fi. It looks like we're under caution for the second time today, I believe, or I guess someone just decided to hit the wall. Yep, we're under caution because I see the pace truck. Oh, Victor Gonzalez was in it. Tatum Wright, too. Our second caution of the night. Another incident on the front straightaway, and it looks like a 3-wide situation between Charlie Silver and Annika Ritchie. Oh, Annie Crenshaw got a piece of the wall, came down into Tatum Wright, who got spun by the points leader Justin Hugo, and Sarah Costello just snaked her way through. Of course, Sarah Costello came in this race second in the points. She's trying to run down Justin Hugo for the points lead, and of course, Sarah Costello has not been to victory lane this season. About to unlock the door before my roommates have a hissy fit. Victor Gonzalez out of the race. All right, I'm back. Chica Jumiaka leads on the restart. Make sure my phone's charging, and it is. Okay. When I'm holding my phone straight, it'll charge and won't be an issue. And there's Azara Mirmos in second. Came in this race 18th in points. Azara Mirmos is another driver. A win for her. She would be in the playoffs. There's Annie Crenshaw battling with her teammate Prudence Littlejohn. Of course, Crenshaw won last week's race at Dover. And with her running in 32nd, that's not good. Trouble on the front stretch. We got another pile up. Jimmy Baker, Heather Gallant, Carla Sinat, Lucky Prescott. And our third caution of the night. See what happened up here. Oh, Gretchen Mueller got the wall, came down into Jimmy Baker, and spun Lucky Prescott, and Carla Sinat just had nowhere to go. Heather Gallant got a piece of this. Been a rough rookie year campaign so far for Prescott, as the leaders look like they're coming to pit road. Indeed, they are. So with them pitting on lap number 21, they would make it the rest of the way on this pit stop. Chico Jumiaka won the battle off pit road. I'm about to tell her to stop calling. He will be home as soon as he can. Green flag. Carla's not out of the race. Been a struggling season for Carla. 29th in the points, so. Something we've been getting used to. Of course, this is the same Kansas track. This version of Kansas will run at night for the playoffs. Of course, Trucks will have the first race of the second round. Buffalo Wild Wings will have the first race of the second round here. We'll have the AutoZone Amateur Series drivers. And then Monster Energy will have their second elimination race also here at Kansas. Prince Lil Jon is struggling. You saw Jimmy Baker off the pace. Oh, Sarah Costello nearly got wrecked by Granger. And Jimmy Kitchens had to take avoiding action. No, he just wrecked somebody. And that somebody was Charlie Silver as he got clipped by somebody. I think that was Heather Gallant, and another caution comes out. Racing it back to the line. Looks like Jumiaka will lead that under the yellow. A lot of damage to the Liberty University Toyota of Charlie Silver. See, Billy Kitchens saw just what Jesse Art did, except Jesse Art didn't have any trucks near her. And just nowhere for Charlie Silver in that 9 truck to go. And a lot of damage to the back of the GameStop Ford F-Series and the Liberty University Toyota. They pitting again? I don't know why they're pitting again. I mean, they can make it the rest of the way. Huh, strange. And Azara Mirmoes will take the lead. Unless Jumiaka had a tire going down or something. That would be my only guess why he came to pit road. So we've hit the 1 to go signal and we'll have 50 to go. Charlie Silver out of the race, back to green. There's Annie Crenshaw, who's in the 9th position. She needs a good run to try to get into the top 30 in points in order for her win last week to count towards a spot into the playoffs. Hattie Swore stuck in the middle three-way with Patrick Combs and Sean Art. As long as Crenshaw has a good run today, she could be really close to 30th in the standings. And that 30th in the standings was occupied by Annika Ritchie. And Annika Ritchie's running in 20th. The points gap between those two, as I pull up the calculator. Hang on, let me pause the race so I can give you the statistics so the race doesn't glitch. Minus, let's see, 836. She has 168. Was that 836? Yeah, okay. Oh no, that's a, whoops. That was the gap to Prescott. Crenshaw came into this race 184 points back of 30th in the standings, which is almost a full race. Which a full race is 185 points. So she is about a full race back of 30th in the standings. And she's running 9th. The good news for Annie Crenshaw is drivers ahead of her in points, like Jimmy, let's see here. Like Carla Sinat's out of the race, so she's ahead of her. Yellow's out again. I mean, she's ahead of a couple of drivers who are out of the race now. We're ahead of her in points. Oh, we had a wreck. The points leader's in it, Justin Hugo. Tatum Wright, Samantha Granger. The points leader was involved. And if he goes out of the race, that is huge for Sarah Costello, the gal who's trying to run him down for the points lead. Oh, boy. And two gals got together. That's not surprising. Or actually, 3 gals caused this incident. Just nowhere for Hugo to go. Annika Ritchie was caught up in that. Rita Sigrid, Lucky Prescott. Jessica Moore's involved. Man, oh man. Oh, somebody got some damage. That's Billy Kitchens. Do they not ever learn? Oh, did we have a stick? Ooh, 13 nearly got a piece of the 81. That's gonna shake up the points.
Oh, Daniel, did you get that application yet? Dan? You didn't get no application, did you? Oh, man.
I will tomorrow. Don't worry, Mario. Hi, Tequila. I haven't. sure I'll have to do it after this race. Can't do it during my race, I have to do it after. Back to green. Out of the race after that, Billy Kitchens, Jessica Moore, and Annika Ritchie. We're past the halfway point of this race. I'll email Freedom this tomorrow. I just haven't had time to do it because as Azar Amirmo is currently the leader. Azar needs a win to get in the playoffs. Mandy Evans likewise. Mandy Evans currently the leader. Came in this race 11th in the points. She was a driver below the cut line of trying to make the playoffs. Same with Prudence Littlejohn, but Littlejohn's not having a good run either. Sarah Casello, 18th, came in this race 2nd in points. Tico Jumiaka is running in 17th. Tico needs a good run today to stay in the top 30 in points, so his win would count towards a spot in the playoffs. Same can be said for Annie Crenshaw. She's trying to get in the top 30 in points, but hitting the wall's not going to do your truck any good. Getting closer to the end of this race. The 5 drivers that came in this race in the danger zone of losing their charters were Patrick Combs, Charlie Silver, Billy Kitchens, Peach Ramirez, and Stephanie Driscoll. Of course, Driscoll's up there in 3rd As we're catching lap traffic, that's Jimmy Baker as they go up high, trying to miss the 0-2. But Mandy Evans is going to get in the way. And here comes Hattie Swore, our winner from Las Vegas. A second win for... Oh, and Justin Hugo getting in the way. I was getting ready to say Hattie Swore, if a second win for her would solidify herself a spot into the playoffs, but that's not going to happen as they're going to be catching Tatum right next, and Swore still being impeded by the Smart Motorsports F-Series truck of Justin Hugo. So that's not good, even though Toby's going to say that's good. And Sarah Costello just working her way through the front after being involved in all the incidents that she's been involved tonight. Of course, Sarah Costello is trying to run down Justin Hugo for the points lead. Now Tatum right about to go a lap down. Of course, Stephanie Driscoll, you'll see her and the other drivers in the Buffalo Wild Wings series tomorrow night. April Winters will be there. Ari Springer, who ran the 19 truck in the first 3 races of this season, you'll see her tomorrow. As we'll have coverage of the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race from here at Kansas, and then we'll have Monster Energy Series racing also from here at Kansas. And Swore went from the lead to 16th. Ouch. Azar Mirmoez now takes the lead. We're on lap 57 of 81. Getting a report it was a flat tire on Tico Jumiaka's truck, is why he made that unscheduled stop under that previous yellow. So Azar Mirmoez, a win for her would get her into the playoffs. Here comes Patrick Combs. Patrick Combs came into this race 34th in the points. One of the drivers in the danger zone of losing his charter if he doesn't get it together. In the Eris Toyota out of Kyle Busch Motorsports. The next 3 races will be Hillside next week, Charlotte the following week, and then a long off break until we go to IRP, the regular season finale. Pretty soon she's going to go get Brian. Wonder if they already went to get Andre. I didn't see Andre in there, in the house. Prince Littlejohn going to go a lap down. Littlejohn was running well in points, 9th to be exact. So she'll definitely going to take a hit in the points. And could find herself in the next 3 races in a must-win situation. Annie Crenshaw running in 13th. And with Annika Ritchie, Carla Sinat out of the race, Patrick Combs running up here. Lucky Prescott, where is she running? She's running in 18th. So she would not pass Prescott as of now. Or maybe, well, she was 38 points back of Prescott. The people she will pass, however, are the drivers in front of her, like Peach Ramirez. Let's see, where is Peach Ramirez? 13th, so that's a no. Crenshaw will pass Charlie Silver and Billy Kitchens, who are both out of the race. Annika Ritchie will not be in the top 30 in points leaving tonight. Carla Sinat will also fall outside the top 30 in points. So we're absolutely going to have a dramatic point shakeup heading into next week. And Jimmy Baker and Justin Hugo, the points leader, going to get in the way of these leaders. And there goes Mandy Evans, trying to take the lead, and she's done so, courtesy of the 2 and the 02 getting in the leader's way. And new leader goes the Amp Energy Nissan Titan. This truck normally is driven by Ricky Cervantes. We under caution? No, we're not. Okay. I thought we were under caution for a second, but never mind. This 58 truck has never won here in the Truck Series. Last time Cervantes Motorsports went to victory lane was Ricky Cervantes himself. And you will see Ricky Cervantes in the division races 2 nights from now. Patrick Combs in second. This is what Patrick Combs needs to get out of the danger zone. Of course, I don't think Driscoll has been to victory lane Buffalo Wild Wings Series, has she? She has not. As they're going to go ahead and lap Heather Galloway. And it's still the Burger King Amp Energy Hershey's Nissan Titan at a Cervantes. Patrick Combs. He missed race 34th in the points. He is a total of 180 points back of 30th in the standings. That's Annika Ritchie. Of course, she is out of the race. Zara Mirmawez in second. Hattie Swore in third. Hattie Swore, I believe, could take the points lead heading into next week. She is ahead of Benny MacArthur, Sarah Costello, and also the points leader, Justin Hugo, as Tatum Wright is getting lapped. Patrick Combs got his 5 points. He would barely be inside the playoff bubble, but needs a good run the next 3 weeks. We're going to have 10 laps to go. Did you guys get Andre? Okay. As long as you guys got Andre, we're fine.
Yo, what's up, Ron? Have fun? Oh, yeah, man, out.
Patrick Combs, if he goes to victory lane, we'll see where this puts him in the conversation. Of course, he would be ahead of the 3 drivers in points that are crashed out of the race. Andy Crenshaw running in 12th, a well-needed run for Crenshaw. Crenshaw's been just trying to get her mojo going here in the truck series. I talked to Cody Smart earlier this week, and I asked him about Annie Crenshaw, and he said, you know, if she makes the playoffs, that's great. If she doesn't, we're building on the next season. And she'll be definitely a championship contender. Well, so far, she had a struggling start when she took over and made her debut at Martinsville, but she has not given up. And with a 12th place run here today, we'll see if that will be good enough for her to get herself in the top 30 in the points for her Dover win to count towards a spot into the playoffs. Also, Tico Jumiaka, a well-needed run for him, as he's trying to stay away from 30th in the standings. Crenshaw's back to 14th. I believe Hattie Swore will take the points lead heading into next week, because Benny MacArthur came in this race 3rd in the points. He's out of the race due to a crash. I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to check. Check here. Looks like he went out of the race and they didn't throw a caution. Maybe that's what we're about to find out. He was battling with Sean Art, and the engine went kaboom. So Benny MacArthur, 3rd in the point standings, is now out of the race. I don't know why it says accident, because he didn't get collided with somebody. He just came to a stop on the back straightaway. So let's get back up to the leaders. Now we got that little mess situated. We have 5 to go.
You got it, Steve? All right.
We'll have 4 laps of racing to go. If the yellow comes out at any point, the race will end under the yellow. Whether Mandy Evans wins this race or not, she is more than likely going to pass Prudence Littlejohn. I believe she is also ahead of Erica Douglas, if I'm correct. Trying to find Erica Douglas. And Douglas is Where's that 22 truck? Back in 15th. So Douglas, they'll both pass Bridget Thomas because Thomas is out of the race. So I would say Douglas and now Mandy Evans would hold on to the final playoff spot as we are down to 3 to go. The more the 58 and the 40 continue to go side by side, the more that's going to allow Patrick Combs to continue to pull away. But lap traffic could play a factor in who's going to win this race, like these two, as we're at 2 laps to go. And Jimmy Baker, Justin Hugo will decide who wins this race and have an automatic ticket into the playoffs. As Azara Mirmo is trying to battle for the lead. Here comes Mandy Evans. They're 3 wide. Evans is going to take the lead and get impeded. Carmichael's on the apron. Is she out of fuel? I think they're out of fuel. Oh my goodness. Fuel mileage coming into play as we're on the last lap of the race. Some of these drivers could not save enough fuel. Here comes Azara Mirmoez. Mandy Evans, Azara Mirmoez. One of them's about to lock themselves a spot into the playoffs. And it's going to be the rookie driver from Cervantes Motorsports as Mandy Evans will win the Toyota Tundra 250 at Kansas. And she came into this race 11th in the points. Mandy Evans might have just locked herself a spot into the Coca-Cola Truck Series chase for the championship. And history has been made. Nissan Titan, for the first time in Truck Series history, will go to victory lane. About time this 58 truck wins an NR race here. Standings have yet to be official, and now they are official. I was not expecting fuel mileage to come in this race, boys and girls. Crazy. So congratulations to Mandy Evans. Azara Mirmo is so close, but will settle for second. Makara came home in third. That's still a good run from the both of them. This could put them possibly in good spots to make the playoffs. Patrick Combs, well-needed run fourth. Stephanie Driscoll fifth. Hattie Swore will take the points lead heading into next week with a 6th place result. Sean Art 7th. Gretchen Mueller 8th. Jesse Art 9th. Tico Jumiaka 10th. Well-needed run for Tico. Well-needed run for Annie Crenshaw. Came home in 11th. Erica Douglas, Pete Ramirez, Riley Roplier, Lauren Grubius. Talk about turning a bad day into something good. Came home in 15th. April Winters, Chloe Carmichael didn't save enough fuel and got put a lap down, 16th and 17th. And then Lucky Prescott, Rita Secret didn't save fuel, and all these other drivers finished a lap down. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, a lot of big names. Justin Hugo, 26, came in this race as the points leader. Sarah Costello, 21st. She came in this race second in the points. So we are going to be guaranteed a new points leader heading into next week, being Hattie Swore. As you see, drivers out of the race for Benny MacArthur, Annika Ritchie, Jessica Moore, Billy Kitchen, Charlie Silver, Carla Sinat, Victor Gonzalez, Bridget Thomas, Ashley Horton, and Ashton Ingersoll. So we are in for a point shakeup here in the Truck Series with 3 races to go until we find out the 10 drivers in the playoffs. We know Mandy Evans will be one of those 10, and she might have just locked herself a spot into the Buffalo Wild Wings Series for next season. So Ricky Cervantes has got to be one proud team owner, if you ask me. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We have shown you your full finishing results. You will see your updated rookie points and overall points heading into next week at Hillside. We still got to cap off our race weekend, though, with here in Kansas, with the Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series from here at Kansas. Before we have AutoZone Amateur Series, Coca-Cola Truck Series, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Monster Energy Series racing from Hillside. Until then, I've been Dean signing off, and you have been watching another broadcast of the PCSRA, the best in racing since 2017. Good night from Kansas Speedway.